A state police fire marshal called in to help look for the cause of an early morning fire at the governor's mansion in Harrisburg. Everyone inside when the fire broke out did make it out safely.
It just made my stomach turn. It was just so sad to see the reception area and the beautiful wallpaper and all the historic things there.
When you saw it, even though we haven't lived there for a number of years now, you also feel that feeling of violation.
Lori and I are overwhelmed by the prayers and the messages of support we've heard from several of the former governors of Pennsylvania. I want you all to know that your prayers lift us up. And in this moment of darkness, we are choosing to see light.
The building was built in 1968, so we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the building when we were there. 2018.
Yeah.
It's the symbol of the executive branch, I think. But at the same time, it's a gathering place for people beyond just the governor or the governor's office or the governor's cabinet.
We were a typical family of 4 boys and a dog, and walking in with our eyes wide open to this massive residence with all these people around. But we quickly came to realize that the people there were intent on serving not our family, but the governor and the Commonwealth, so that he had time to govern and my mother had time to be a champion for Pennsylvania. So we got used to it relatively quickly.
The staff was fabulous, the security detail, everybody was just, couldn't do enough for you. It was like a safe haven to go into the residence.
It was unbelievable. The staff became like family to us.
I got a chance to live with my family and watch my son and daughter grow up rather than commuting weekly to work. I think we really appreciated it. Yeah. So many incredible family memories.
We had an absolute first-class residence manager, Cindy Smizer, who worked for the Caseys before us, and after we left, I worked for the Schweikers, and she was just incredible. And she led the staff at the residence, and I think because we were moving in with two young people. When we first got to the residence, what we noticed in one of the beautiful trees on Front Street was a tree house that the staff had built for Tommy and Leslie on their own time with their own resources. And that tree house, I think, is a symbol of the love and caring and dedicated service, not only to the Commonwealth by that staff, but also to the Rich family. It was really incredible.
Sometimes you could not avoid encountering the visitors because tours were fairly regular. Kara was an 8-year-old, so it's not like any of our viewers would know that an 8-year-old is of the mind that it's our home and we have guests and we should engage the guest. And
she was interested in learning about the residents
and cookies and cookies. But there was an event in the state dining room, and the table display had some goodies and cookies, and there's public business was being conducted in residence. And Kara, on her own, thinking, well, this is yes, it's the governor's residence. This is her home. And if I'm not mistaken, she changed.
She went upstairs. She put on her pretty party dress and joined the group.
So the trooper calls up and says, Governor, are you aware that Kara is downstairs? And I looked at Kathy and I said, are you aware your daughter's downstairs? Anyway, yeah, she was kind of checking out the cookies.
Shocking to hear the destruction, and very upsetting to hear what has happened.
When we saw what happened, we started talking right away that there's going to be a cost. I sent a text to Governor Shapiro saying, we'd like to talk to you about how the first families could help you do that. Without hesitancy, every first family responded in a very positive way.
It's a chance to show the resilience of the governor's residence, and very similar to the resilience of Pennsylvanians.
The governor's residence has real staying power.
It can be rebuilt. It can come back even better than it was.
The residence really is the people's house.
It's not about stature or luxury. It really is a figurative platform so that you can give your all and you can go 24/7 for the people of Pennsylvania as their governor.